You can't appreciate my sweater like this, so there. Now you know. Hey everyone, it's Emily Fox. Today's video is going to be a book haul. I haven't done one in way too long. I think it's just my second one this year, so let me know in the comment section if you would rather me do them like monthly, like more regularly, or if you prefer that I accumulate a ungodly amount of books and then do one big haul. I kind of feel like I should do them monthly. Let me know. You decide. I have a few new books, so let me do a quick little unboxing. This one, I don't know if I talked about pre-ordering it. I never know if I'm supposed to like mention when I pre-ordered a book or when I receive it. King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo. This is in the same universe as the Grishaverse, actually, like the Grisha trilogy and then the Six of Crow duology. I have finally read last book in the duology, Crooked Kingdom, earlier this month, so I can finally continue. This is about Nikolai, which is one of my favorite characters, so excited to get to it. I feel like the reviews have been pretty but I'm hoping to, I'm just happy to go back into the world because I love the magic system and I get to see one of my favorite characters ever. The cover is like really shiny though, so I'm gonna try to get a good angle that doesn't blind anyone, but it might be very difficult, like as you can see. Another new book that so happy that I have. It wasn't my TBR, but I didn't have the physical copy yet. I received it, so Holy Sister by Mark Lawrence. This is the last book in the Ancestor series trilogy. I love this. I have probably finished it before I posted this video. I haven't started it yet. I'm pre-filming this a little bit, so I'm sure I loved it because the trilogy is awesome. I love the magic system. Once again, it's like 4 different type of like people that came to the planet, and it's kind of post-apocalyptic a little bit. I love the characters. I love everything about it. I can't recommend this enough. Love, and magical school setting. I mean, yes. Always. And then another book that I am planning on reading this month that I haven't read it yet, but I'm sure it will happen possibly even before this video goes up because yes, God's Grave by J. Kristoff. This is a book that I got, actually I'm starting to go through the book outlet order that I'd made, and I got this one. I was planning on reading it from my library, but then when I saw it on book outlet, I was like, yes, please, I need to own this because I loved book 1 so much. And I feel like I've been reducing the amount of books that I buy just because I don't have that much space left on my shelves, which means an unhaul very soon. But I knew that this is something I would want to actually have on my shelf because I might want to reread it eventually one day because I love book 1 so much. So excited to get that one too. Kind of an epic revenge story. A young girl, her family is killed and she wants to get her revenge, so she goes to an assassin school to learn magic, how to fight poison and all that jam, and then hopefully gets her revenge. So let's keep going with what I got on book outlet. I saw this beautiful book and I was like, yes, this is Legion by Brandon Sanderson. It's technically 3 short stories that are now in this one book. I have read the first 2, but I mean I haven't read the 3rd one, and I own so many Brandon Sanderson books and I feel like it belongs on that shelf too, so it shall go right there. But yeah, I just wanted to own the physical copy when I saw it, and that way I could get to also read the last one. It's a very interesting concept, as always with Brandon Sanderson. Basically someone that kind of has not really different personalities, but like people think that's what it is, but he kind of like, for example, starts reading a dictionary in a different language, and then one person will appear for him that actually does understand the language and has that knowledge. So he doesn't really know that, but he gets to interact with someone in his head that does have that knowledge, and I think it's super interesting, honestly. Every time I read the first 2, basically, I was like, I just wish there was more in there, and I'm hoping that this will give it to me because, I mean, considering it's 3 short stories, but there's like over 300 pages, so hopefully the last one satisfies that craving for me. I feel like I'm always going to be left wanting more with him, but not in a bad way though. I have been meaning to continue this series. I think it might be a trilogy. I have read book 1, which is Binti, and Binti Home I do have on my shelf, so I saw the 3rd one. I was like, because I'm planning on reading this soon. They're so short, and again, very interesting concept. If I remember correctly, I am planning on rereading the first one before continuing because it has been too long. And it was kind of a strange little book, very different and unique. But basically, one of the last remnant of a specific group of people on Earth, she gets to go to a school in space. And if I remember correctly, does she have some type of magic link to like maths. Honestly, it's been too long. I need to just reread this, but I did enjoy seeing something so unique, and I'm hoping that I will get to see more, obviously, and I'm kind of excited to see more aliens that are very different and maybe a school setting, because it seemed like it was going in that direction, and I need to read all of the books with some type of magic and school settings because I just do. So I needed to grab this one. I will definitely read this year. I need to do like a little readathon with myself and just go through this. I'm continuing my quest to try and read more books by authors that I did enjoy. It's been a hit and miss journey so far. I feel like sometimes you find one book you love by an author and then nothing else works out for you. It was just that one. But sometimes you realize you actually like everything by them, so I'm hoping it's going to be the case for this one. This is Matt Egg, the author of The Humans, which I really enjoyed, and I saw two of his other books again on Book Outlet, so I decided to grab them. The first one is Reasons to Stay Alive, and not gonna lie, the cover and the spine are part of the reason I decided to grab this. This seemed like a fairly short book, and I know nothing else, but apparently it's good. I'm hoping it will be, because if it's anything like The Humans, I should enjoy this. Again, that's something that, there's like 250 pages, but it's written pretty big. And I'm hoping that it's going to be life-changing. But seriously, again, something I'm hoping to read very soon. And the other one is The Radleys, again by him. And again, know nothing, just because I picked it up because I enjoyed the author. Is it something you try and do more of? Because I feel like, again, it can be hit and miss, but sometimes you just find someone that you need to binge everything they've ever written, and that's kind of how I feel about him. Last but not least, from Book Outlet, I decided to pick up this one. This is Sight Witch by Susan Dennard. I really enjoyed Truth Witch, and I do have the second one on my shelf somewhere. I think it's Blood Witch. And when I saw this book, I was like, huh, actually, I completely forgot to continue this because I enjoyed, again, the magic system. I've been really enjoying fantasy with magic, so if you have any recommendations, let me know. But yeah, I've completely forgotten about this, and this is a short story. I believe it goes beforehand. It's like a, you know, there's 1, 2, 3 in a series. There's like 0.5. I had really enjoyed the friendship and the magic system, especially the magic system, in that first book. I think my only disappointment had been that people were saying that there was no romance, and I was like, dude, there's like very, very present romance. I don't understand. But I don't mind sometimes to just look past that if I really enjoy the world and everything else. So this will be on my shelf as a reminder that I need to actually continue. It can get overwhelming. I feel like sometimes I get overwhelmed with all like the new books coming out and then all the recommendations for everyone that I'm excited to read, and then I find some at my library sale and it's like, oh, where do I start? And I forget some books or series. Speaking of library sale, I found this one, which is M is for Malice by Sue Grafton. Sometimes I'll go to my library sale and I'll check on like Goodreads on the app and just see if they have good ratings, which can be hit and miss, granted. But I've been trying to read more like thriller mysteries that are popular because I'm trying to avoid reading too many domestic thrillers. I feel like all of the newest ones that I've been seeing everywhere on Goodreads tend to be kind of meh because I'm tired of that trope. And this one had good ratings and it's an older one. I'm hoping it's not gonna have all the same issues that I've been having. Now I'm curious, when was this published? 96, so it's not that old, I guess. But again, great rating. I've seen it on a list on Goodreads when I was looking at ratings. So I also picked up this one, which is Airframe by Michael Crichton. I enjoyed Jurassic Park by him and the Andromeda Strain, which I really like that one. I felt like it was a nice twist to First Contact with Aliens, and he seemed to do really nice like thriller sci-fi, which is like my favorite combo. And I don't know if there's anything sci-fi in here, but it seems to be like something happens on the plane and just apparently it's stressful and everything. But again, at this point, I feel like I would try pretty much anything written by him just to see if I enjoy it. I mean, when a book is like 33 cents, you don't fight it, you know? I also got my hands on this book. This is I Contain Multitudes by Ed Young. This is a nonfiction book about, is it bacteria? Microbes. It's literally on the cover. I just wanted to read more nonfiction. This one is more biology. I feel like I've been reading like either memoir or like very physics related ones. So I wanted to see if anything else that was new and again, good ratings that would catch my eye. And let's be real, that cover is definitely part of the reason that I saw it. I was like, huh, this is bright and fun. Really, my criteria to pick up books are very complicated, but honestly, I've seen it on a few lists of like new good nonfiction to pick up, so I decided to try it. I am also stubbornly trying to continue reading a lot of classic sci-fi. I love this edition, so whenever I see any book, I pretty much like grab it, then look it up to see if it's gonna be up to my taste, and then just hoard them. So I picked up 2 new ones. The first one is The Fall of Hyperion by Dan Simmons. I have the first one on my shelf, and a lot of people were saying to like read it all together, and again, it's something that I saw. I was like, oh, actually I've been meaning to like finish this one. I had read the first chapter in a try first chapter book tag, and I had enjoyed it, but it was a little bit more slow paced, and at the time I picked up something that was faster. I think I picked up Sleeping Giants, and I never went back. And again, this is going to be a reminder that I need to continue / now I can actually read the whole thing. Is it 2 books or 4? I feel like I keep mixing it up, but yes, it's going to look very pretty on my shelves too. I actually can't really see, but it's going to be right there. And last but not least, I kind of picked up this one because I've been hesitant because this is The Moon is a Harsh Mistress by Robert A. Heinlein. I hesitated because I've heard that this author in general is a little bit like, it's gonna get on my nerves / it might be a bit sexist. And I don't know if it was, I think it was another book by him, but I am crossing my fingers that it's not gonna be too much of an issue / we'll see what happens. But again, it's a classic sci-fi. I've been meaning to read more. I've been slowly going through them actually, and I'm proud of myself because I find that maybe the writing isn't to my taste, or maybe there are issues that tend to like bring me out of story, but I find the concepts being just very fascinating, and I want to just explore them and see how those concepts kind of evolved throughout the years and now what it is, you know, compared to what it was back in the day. And I can't speak, but yeah, hopefully everything goes right. The last 2 books are actually books that were sent to me, so I don't know a lot about them except that they're like thriller mysteries, which I've been meaning to read more of. Again, if you have any recommendations. So I have The Homecoming by Andrew Piper, which is praised in the back by people saying that it could be the next Stephen King, which I'm assuming there might be some horror in here. In the front they're saying, what if everything you knew about the people you love was a lie? So I'm intrigued. And then the other one is House on Fire by Bunny Kistler. This one, not gonna lie, the back, what it says in the back is making me a little hesitant because they're saying no one should be forced to decide whether to be a parent first or a spouse, and then blah blah, and then it's like no couple could ever hope to forsake all others, not when their hearts already belong to the children who came before. And I'm like, and it kind of goes on with like parents and children, and I'm like, I don't like domestic thriller mysteries, so I'm gonna go and see if the reviews are positive on Goodreads, to be honest. It's a nice cover though, it's very bright. So those are all the books that I picked up in the last 2 months, or since my last haul video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe because you definitely don't want to miss any future videos. Let me know in the comment section if you have read any of these and what you thought of them, and also let me know what books you've been picking up. I will be putting on the screen other videos that I recommend you check out, and I will be seeing you in my next one. Bye!